going on, folks? I'm Trayvon Miles.
I'm Haley Mylon.
And I'm Jeff Harris.
And this, of course, is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit in tonight's episode, Y-High Boys Lacrosse team having a season to remember already, but they got a dose of powerhouse Ken Island in this week. And let's just say Ken Island, pretty darn good.
And on the softball diamond, two undefeated teams squared out this week. Delmarva Christian faced Del Mar.
Also in the collegiate realm, it was senior day for the women's lacrosse team at Salisbury University, who look to stay unbeaten at home this season.
Hey, go Gulls, baby, right? That's exactly right. Welcome to the show. You know and love Delmarva Sports Insider, the only show on the shore recapping this week that was in sports. A lot to get to today, guys.
A lot.
But we start with a monster matchup in the state of Delaware, a showdown of the undefeated Cape Henlopen Boys Lacrosse hosted Appo in a great battle on a cold Friday night in Lewis, Delaware. And I tell you what, first quarter, Cape came in striking fast. This is actually going to be Dover facing off against Polytech in this one. A great start to the game for Polytech. Dover came right back at him. This is going to be a goal by Dover. He's going to hit it low and put it on in. Poly going to answer back with a working the ball around the way, and it was Josh Davis, he's not going to miss from there. Panthers retake the lead, and the highlights just do not do it justice of how back and forth this game was. Eric Neidenbrowski going to even things up for Dover. He makes it look good with the shot behind the net. Poly finds their stride late. This guy did it for him. Jack Travato going to get real comfortable from the left wing. He fires it in not once, but just twice. Great game as Poly edges Dover yesterday by a final of 16-15. And I tell you what, this was all about the Dave Reynolds tournament, the 14th annual. You know a lot more about it than I do. Dave Reynolds was a great player, a lacrosse player in the state of Delaware. He played at CR, went on to coach at St. Mark's, got a job at Wesley before he fatally passed away.
In a surfing accident, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, his
so
parents have been putting this on.
Putting this on for the past 14 years, am I right? So even though, to bring these two teams together and the matchup that happened.
We couldn't have asked for a better matchup.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a great rivalry. It was back and forth. It looked like Poly was going to pull away, but it was a battle between finesse and speed. Dover so fast, guys. It was like a track meet with lacrosse sticks, and then Polytech pretty skilled as well. So,
I would say so.
All right, now let's take it to that freezing cold game as Appo faced Cape Henlopen. We get it going in the first quarter. Cape strikes first with the goal by Jacob Trimmer. Ooh. Later in the first, the Vikings, Luke D'Ambrosi finds Evan Gelman for the goal. Cape would lead 3-0 after the first quarter. Looking good for the Vikings. Then Appo would find their stride before the end of the first half, including this sniper from Campbell Garrison. Cape led 4-2 heading into the half. Appo would go on a crazy run, though, to take the lead in the fourth. There's Gam for Cape, able to cut inside for the game-tying goal, 6-6. Now, with just 2 minutes in regulation, Jaguars' Zach Bowen finds the right bottom corner of the net for the crazy game winner. Appo takes it, staying 7-6, and Cape finally getting an L on the youngish season. I mean, we're not too deep into this thing, but that Cape team, dominant on both sides, the girls' side and the boys' side.
That's not like Appo is just any kind of rundown team. You know?
No.
I mean, they're a team with a lot of experience. Went to the state championship last year. You said they were a very aggressive team from what you saw in the game.
Yeah, I mean, very aggressive. It was a very cold night last night, probably in the mid-40s. Appo and Cape Henlopen. They're obviously dominant teams with their own respects, but very aggressive Appo was throughout the entire night. Probably one of the biggest reasons as to why they were able to win it.
Maybe Cape wasn't ready for it.
Physicality will win games.
That's it.
The Y-High Boys Lacrosse team was also in action this week, taking on Kent Island Wednesday afternoon. Bright and sunny day for some lacrosse, but Kent Island controlled this one pretty much right from the opening face-off. A lot of scoring as we see DJ Galloway. Also Parker Dixon getting in the scoring action in the first quarter. Then a little bit later in the first, nice drive and score here by Shane Schlotterbeck. Kent also capitalizing on the fast break. We're going to see some nice passing here up the field. Finally capping off with Jackson Cradleville finding Smith for the goal. And to kind of seal things off, still in the first quarter, Dixon with the left-handed goal. He's going to come up to the left side, make a nice little shimmy move.
Why are y'all doing this too much?
Left-handed side. Kent's going to go on to win 21-1. Now, tough outing this week for Y-High, but as we've seen from Greg LaFrance's team, they have been able to impress, you know, so far this season. Just an unfortunate matchup.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a tidbit in. That was early in the week. You guys didn't catch them later on in the week when they beat North Carolina on a walk-off.
Improvements.
So
Improvements.
We'll take that, all right? And another interesting matchup in Maryland, Bennett Lacrosse, another one of those powerhouse programs we were talking about, in action against North Carolina. And Bennett came into this one undefeated, so North Carolina trying to knock them off. A big rip there by the future goal, Luke Nestor, for the goal. Bennett led at half 6-2. Second half, check out the nice check in the open field. That's some dominant defense
Ball
there.
down.
Kirsty Walters going to open it up and find Tanner Faro, and eventually those passes get down, and he's going back on the bounce into the goal. Faro one more time, and then a nice move by Nestor. Again, the goal to be. He's going to find the Faro for the goal as Bennett goes on to win this one by a final of 14-4.
All right, Sussex Tech was on a 2-game slide as they faced the Caesar Rodney Riders, and there you see Tech's goalie Hunter Severs blocking the shot with his face mask. That couldn't have felt good. Then CR driving Demetrius Stevenson, a nice shot for the goal there. And then Jacob Copio with a nice dish here to Joshua Cosden. He gets the tally there for the Riders. Then Copio gets an inbound pass, fires it quickly for the score. Then Copio getting a lot of action here. He passes to Jacob Mulholland for the nice bounce shot. Finds the back of the net for the score. CR wins 22-4 over Sussex Tech. The Ravens on a 3-game skid.
Don't forget about the girls, though. Girls lacrosse also in action this week. Decatur hosting Kent County. Decatur jumping on them early. Claire Porter driving inside. Finishes up top. Then a little bit later, now she's passing Porter to Victoria Kirkovic, who finishes low. Lady Hawks jump out to a big lead. Decatur looking to pile it on early, but nice save here by keeper Allison Ramika. Beautiful save from up close. First half coming to a close now. Free position shot is good from Lily Bell Baker. Kent, though, looking to salvage something from the long trip. Played well in the second half. Tatiana Goldsboro, one of the strong trio of sophomores, able to put one in. But Decatur able to win it big. 19-8. The Lady Seahawks move to 4-1 on the season.
Hey, not a bad job by the Lady Seahawks. So they've kind of been flying on the radar a little bit. They took an early loss to Queen Anne's, who's also a dominant team. People still need to be on the watch for that Stephen Decatur team. Every year they make it in the state semifinals. We're not forgetting about them, right?
They're going to soar.
We're keeping them on the radar. All right, that's all we have for right now. We're hitting our first commercial break. When we come back, more high school action. Parkside baseball, folks, still undefeated. Can anybody around here beat them? I don't think so. Stick around to find out.
We are the Martella Warriors baseball team, and you're watching the Marvel Sports Insider.